Who betrayed the worldwide African revolution? We all know the problems, but who has solutions to the wars, the famines, and human rights abuses, the greedy politicians, environmental pollution, slavery and exploitation deeply rooted? We demand reparations for every nation they looted. The IMF, the World Bank, and other institutions, embassies only exist to exert their influence. Diplomats, they learn fluent. Their interest only represents the global empire, the elite, the affluent. You reap what you sow if it was by your own doings. Classism, tribalism, devastation, ruin. Military bases, racist devils, they train and arm rebels, sedition, coups, the new world order, novus ordo seclorum. They want all under heaven to submit to one rule. So when the truth falters and the golden scales of justice tip awry, the mighty pen of propaganda can manipulate the minds, shaping the narrative to serve the interest of the powerful few. So be not fooled by their wealth, nor blinded by the bright lights. Success cannot calm the troubled mind in the dark depths of the night. Hope flickers in the dark. Its embers are witnessed by the next generation who will continue to fight, because the spirit of revolution only finds a home in the hearts of those whose souls are troubled by the oppressed, crushed under the iron fist of the tyrant's might. Salute and salutations to all the noble travelers out there in this vast digital realm. If you haven't already, please drop a like and subscribe, because without your continued support, we cannot continue to push this truth. To all my good people out there, may peace and unparalleled prosperity be bestowed upon you. I am the one and only King Neef, the impeccably dressed conqueror of the Eurocentric intellectual empire, and you are now tuning in to the #1 podcast for Black culture. If you've been tuning in, you will notice that every podcast I opened up with poetry. And the reason being, aside from my love of poetry and my love of storytelling, in every traditional African culture or society, you have poets and storytellers. In West Africa, they're known as griots. And a griot, his role in the society is as a repository of history and oral tradition. And a griot is held in high esteem in every traditional African society, because not only do they tell the history, but they also advise the kings. And so if poetry is something that you like, and if you like his poetry just for that reason alone, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Today, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing to you someone who has a very awe-inspiring story. He is former WBF champion. He has 26 professional fights, 18 wins, 13 by way of knockout. Former silver medalist for the Commonwealth Games, former silver medalist. He's also the founder of Godfather Academy, or Godfather Boxing Academy in Uganda. It's my brother, Mohamed Kayongo, also known as the African Assassin. Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Was I on point with your introduction?
Yes, please. Yes,
okay,
yes,
cool. I wanted to make sure I had all the numbers right, because you with boxing and stuff like that, you boxed all across the world, so
yeah.
That's good. But
boxing is a very big part of me.
Definitely. So appreciate you coming. We were able to talk somewhat off camera, but I want to get into your story, and I want to start from the beginning. So you're born in Uganda, correct?
That's correct.
Right. Was it Kampala?
I was born in Kampala.
Right.
Born in Kampala. That's the capital city of Uganda.
Mm.
Yeah.
I read that your parents were from Rwanda.
Yeah. So my mother, she was born and raised in Rwanda, so she was a Rwandese.
Mm-hmm.
But with the war happened there, with the French, Rwanda, fighting for revolution. So my parents, my mom and their family, they went into Uganda. So there was a big movement, population Rwandese,
Yeah.
Uganda, and we have a lot of them there. So that's when she met my dad,
Oh,
and
okay.
my dad is a Ugandan.
Oh, okay.
Then by then my dad was in the military. He was a nurse taking care of like injured, soldiers and stuff.
Nice.
That's how they met, and they married, and yeah, they gave birth to me.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
I had seven.
Seven?
Yeah, 7 siblings. But right now, I left with three. So 4 brothers.
4 brothers?
Yeah, some passed.
Some passed.
Yeah.
Nice. And so, in your childhood, like, what are some of your earliest, fondest memories?
Mm. Yeah, really, me growing up, I don't have like other kids fondest memories as far as kids growing up. But me, what I remember is running all the time. By then it was like third world country,
Mm-hmm.
so rent time to time, man, and finding like a safest place we can be, finding food to eat. You know what I mean? So it's tough.
So it was tough for you, bro.
Seeing my parents, I didn't have like the safest kind of environment to thrive in as a kid, and to be able to tap into different things, learn different things. Even as my schooling had a lot of gaps.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right. So you said you did a lot of moving around as a child.
Yeah, running away
running.
from getting killed, from getting abducted. As by then, within those times, they were that was Bowman. They were abducting people
Mm-hmm.
to induct them in, put them in war. So the rebels, to fight for the rebels.
Yeah.
And just killings, just killing and abduction, and like so all the time we were running. All the time my mom, she was hiding me.
Constant movement.
Yeah, movements, running from different places. People will know, people don't know. Yeah, just keep moving.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Constantly.
I read that when you were around 11 years of age,
Yeah.
you were actually abducted
Right.
by like a messianic group.
Yeah.
And I did some research into Uganda and into the LRA, the Lord's Resistance Army. Joseph Kony, who was the first person to be indicted by the ICC
Yeah.
and whatnot. So you want to tell us more about that, like what took place and how did that happen?
I mean, yeah, it was really like a very fateful day. The destruction, was made. Like, they banned all the neighborhood, they banned the school, they banned all kind of, housing, in the community, abduction, so everything that day where I was in a place I was learning Arabic, I was learning the Quran. So that's when I was a Muslim school. That's when we got attacked. It was a small kind of place, but there were another lot of houses around. So when they came, they cut off all the point of entry and exit, so nobody could leave. Yeah, so people were there. They were like trying to run, or there were barbed wires around the fence. So people want to try barbed wire, jump, who got shot. You know what I'm saying? So anybody trying to run away, you got shot. They don't have time to call you back or run after you.
So it was just a normal day Quran school.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, you guys got converged on by this militia group.
Yeah.
Was it shots fired and things like that?
Oh, shots fired, like, we had bombs, goodness. Bombing, these homes, these places, housing, building, fire, working outside. Oh man.
So basically, it was an attack on the compound.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And these are civilians, man.
The civilians.
Yeah.
Nobody was in the military.
Nah.
It was just a regular basic Quran school. I'm sure you guys had teachers like imams and things like that.
Yeah, they were lined up. Everybody was lined up.
They were all lined up. And they were like
single straight lines, and around these fucking soldiers, bro. Like fucking intimidating as hell. By then I was young. He's tall as fuck, man. That guy's fucking chuckle, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, big as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, they lined up single lines. Some on the back, some on the sides, you know what I mean? Like, they started us, you know, walking off. And we didn't walk like in the streets, and we was walking, you know, jungles, forests.
Yeah, so they lined everybody up and they said, come on, we're leaving.
Yeah, we're leaving, we're taking your, you know, what I'm saying, you coming with us, and whatever you could give you to carry you. So we are under like a very watchful eye.
Yeah.
And fidgeting.
Yeah.
And walked for the afternoon, night. You know, people got tired.
Yeah. Were they feeding you in the process?
No, feeding.
Nothing. So they just took, and these were all kids that they took.
Mostly kids. Most, you know, adults, kids, like.
Oh, they took the adults as well.
All people, and the saddest thing is, if you're a kid and you can't, or you get away, or you're tired, or you cannot do anything, they cannot. You become a liability to them.
Yeah.
You know, or you get sick, you become a liability.
You're a liability.
They kill you. Yeah, they shoot you right there.
And that's what they were doing?
In front of everybody.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? So, the atrocities are so, you know, people, we should have done on people. Just cutting people's, like, body parts.
They were, so they were hacking people's limbs?
Like, they do this in front of everybody.
To like,
so if you are that,
terrorize the kids and terrorize.
So if you are that,
and
you have a mom, like your wife or the kids, your kid, they make you sleep with your kid in front of everybody.
In front of everybody?
Yeah, if you can't do that, they make this kid grab a gun and kill you, or your wife, or like in front of this kid, in front of everybody, bro.
Man.
You understand? So that's what like, they done.
They was that vicious.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So everybody, they turn themselves inside out.
Yeah.
So now everybody became in survival mode. You know what I mean? No God, no Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala. By that time, man, everybody, you know, didn't believe in it. That's
exactly.
But at the same time, the people like me myself, I kept faith.
Yeah.
I kept faith. I know survived that, and I had to do what I was supposed to do.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you that. Like, what was your mindset? Did you think that you would ever escape the situation? Did you ever? You just said that you kept your faith and you knew that eventually you would make it out of this.
First thing, I mean, like, you know, we God, man. You know what I mean? Like, we want to believe the God in us. So Allah is in us. You know what I'm saying? So I had a very confident mind that I survived it. Because first of all, I knew I don't have nobody now.
Yeah.
Now my dad, now my mom, now nobody can really like rescue me, man. You know what I'm saying? So my mindset turned to whereby now, like every situation where you go, so whoever saying in my language that goes by the in what day. So where you go, if you find a dog, right? And that's the only word they gotta eat it.
Yeah.
So you become that.
Exactly.
So my mindset was to become what they wanted me to be.
To survive.
That's what my survival was. Nobody even close to me.
So when
can't rescue me, you know what I mean? So I had to listen, I had to follow.
So there was a adjustment period that had to take place inside of you. Because you're coming from being this normal kid, and even though it was already like a volatile environment that you grew up in, it was constant running, constant fear of these type of things happening. Then when they finally do happen, you have to adjust. So those first few days, like how long did it take you to adjust to the situation and say, you know what, I'm gonna do what I have to do to survive this. Whatever they need me to be, I'm gonna be. How, if you can estimate, how long did it take for you to get into that mind frame?
I mean, for everything to me just stand up. Me, I come from, like I said, I come from really like tough, like was bad environment, right? So every day you walk. Some people they expect them to come back home, some people not.
Right.
Understand? So when I went to school, my mom prayed for me. So if I come back or not, or a police catches me on the way, by then, we had roadblocks. So these people, the army, they put out like roadblocks, whereby they can stop you for no reason. They can separate you from your family for any reason. If you have your girl, right?
Yeah.
And they like the girl, your wife,
so forth.
They're gonna take him and they're okay, wait here, or you can be there, and they sleep with them right there, and let you go. I'm telling you, man, that's
real corruption.
You can't, you know what I'm saying? So people's heart, turn to people's heart, they harden them.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like in America, and I myself, I grew up in the hood, and I seen violence at an early age that traumatized me. But nothing like that. I can tell you stories, and right now I'm having one of them moments where I'm like, okay, maybe what I went through wasn't that bad, because the stuff that you seen and having that type of pressure on you, I couldn't imagine it. And you mentioned that you just had to flip on the switch, so you had to switch already inside of you mentally that will help you cope with these situations if they ever became a reality.
And it was kind of a dream at first when we got rescued.
It felt like a dream.
It was kind of like a dream. I had it. I had people, my friends, who got abducted. I saw movies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I felt like this is real.
When it happened to you.
Yeah, like damn.
It's happening to
you. But the days went by. I realized this is real. But as far as I survived those couple of days, like we walk as people got walked in a lot of these shrubs, forests, trees.
Yeah. Because that's what I was going to ask about. Like you're in the bush now. You're in the countryside. You're in the bush. So now you're exposed to the elements. Well, you're exposed to. I'm sure there's high temperatures, high heat. I'm sure that there's insects.
Yes,
and
people got sick
other pests.
Because of rain. You didn't have like rain jacket.
Nothing to cover you from the rain.
Sick, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man,
And then the group that kidnapped you, they have to move for their own security.
Oh.
So they can't stay stationary because then they would get caught, I'm sure. So they already are used to moving and they have everything that they need. But the people that they're abducting, it's not the same thing. So you say a lot of people kind of succumb to the elements.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
People got sick. Like this kids like me.
Yeah.
We have little bodies. We are young. We are kids, man. They cute. They throw these kids like in the water, bro. Like because they don't want to be bothered.
Yeah. They don't want to get sick. Yeah.
They kill. They shoot you. Like everybody. They come there, put like rounds in you, man.
So did they have like did they talk to you? Did they be like, okay, this is the reason why we're doing this?
There's no talking to you, man.
They didn't give you no explanation.
Hell no. There was no explanation, but for them the explanation was we're fighting to take over the country.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, and me, I was abducted by LRA.
Right.
But that guy, Connie, was kind of a major general. he was a big guy.
Yeah, Coney is to this
In
day.
a group which abducted me.
Mm-hmm.
The group abducted me was led by a girl.
By a female.
Woman,
I read that.
Female, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
La Buena. So, then I think she, ran away out of the country because the army, the government, they did a great job, man, fighting them. You know what I'm saying? I think she went out of the country. Then Coney took over.
Mm-hmm.
He started.
He took over the rebels.
And
so they kind of emerged into each other.
Exactly.
And she believed she had like some supernatural spiritual powers.
Yes.
And I've watched documentaries about Coney.
Yeah.
And he also believes that he has some supernatural powers
and
things like that. And his followers believe the same thing. They say bullets can't touch him. Things like that. And their belief in it is so strong.
Very strong. So I see we always put on some kind of oil. We had some kind of oil, you know what I'm saying? We had some kind of painting put on.
Yeah.
But it took me a year. I never had a gun.
Yeah.
But
in the bush. About a year, you say you never had it.
They didn't really trust you.
Yeah, of course. I imagine that. You give them a gun, somebody might say, "Okay, it's my time to get out of here."
And but they gave us a lot of fucking. It's crazy, man. They gave us a fucking a lot of people died, a lot of kids, a lot of people. They gave us kind of fucking empty kind of tin and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Things can make noise, can usually make noise, screaming, trumpets.
Yeah.
So what happened, as these guys go in front, guys who were fighting in front to ride the battle for it, us, we used to fucking bang these empty things.
Like tin cans.
Blow trumpets.
Blow the trumpets.
So we make this noise. So these guys, they think we as mean as fuck.
Oh, right. So it creates the illusion that you guys are more massive.
You know what I'm saying? So, and there were so many. At first, I think the army, these guys, they were fucked up too. They thought maybe these guys, through the bullets, don't catch him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But people's bodies are dropping, man.
Absolutely, I imagine.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I got a question. So did you have friends inside of the Quran school with you? Like people who you had a personal relationship with? Like, you know how you could be sitting next to a brother and maybe you guys were on the same mushaf. Yeah. You guys were working in the same juz and things like that.
I had maybe, So me
that were abducted with you?
Me since I was a kid. Me I don't align with other people. You understand? I have a few friends, and if my friend is big.
So when you were in class, you really didn't have a lot of friends.
I had some friends. Guys, I did sports too. I ran for the school. I did some. So people knew me. I made friends.
Because what I'm interested in is when you're in that traumatizing experience, you're out there in the bush. You got people who you knew before this situation. Did you have anybody like that who you could just look at and you guys look at each other like it's gonna be alright, or people who you had a friendship with?
People were abducted with.
Yeah.
For some died.
Some died. Yeah.
And me, the kids I knew, they died.
That's what I mean. The kids that you know,
because
and they died.
That's when I realized that I have resilience, big time.
That's what made you know that you have resilience.
Yeah, I have resilience, but I have pain. I have intolerance.
A high tolerance for pain.
Big time.
You have to.
You understand?
Yeah.
Me, they put a lot of shit on me, bro. You understand? Man used to do everything for this man. This man abused us, man.
Yeah.
You understand?
Absolutely.
But these things, as you overcome something, these things, you gotta leave them alone.
Because anytime you go through a traumatizing experience and you make it from that experience, what they say, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger.
But I met friends who survived that.
Yeah, okay, who survived
that? Who survived that? At the end, who survived, it went in there.
Yeah.
you make friends, and me, I had this bro, like, was, bro, me, I prayed, but nobody, if you get caught praying, or you, because this guy's the real news, bro. I don't even know how until later. I know, this thing work. But they had news every day. Bro,
so they knew what was going on in the bush.
Big time, but they had radio and Charlotte there.
Yeah.
So they had people, they communicated the way who can go, like in the public, and people in communities, and they get information.
I tell you this. So I had an uncle, who, when I was growing up, he didn't have any sons, and by us being, I have 5 other brothers, so he was really close to us. He had daughters, but he didn't have sons, so he used to take us to do stuff, right? So we went camping one day, or went hiking one day, excuse me, and when we were hiking, me, my brother, and one of my cousins, we got lost from the group.
Yeah.
And it took us hours to find our way back to the road. And I can remember how traumatizing just that was alone, just being out there, because the greenery, once you're out there that deep and all you see is nature, it's to no end. It'll drive you crazy. We thought we were gonna die out there. We didn't have nothing to drink, nothing to eat, all of that. So did you what did you guys eat and things like that?
So, bro, we ate like a lot of fruits and water that we found in the forest.
Stuff that you find.
Yeah, but stuff we found, but they had some tin stuff, like the army, there was like a beef with tins and some biscuits.
So like army food.
Yeah.
From tins and things. So they had their like army rations and stuff like that.
Yes, but it wasn't a lot, so it was maybe once a day. You can get.
So you would eat once a day?
Like once a day, bro. Because they did have a lot. And mostly now once we, kind of now like we're part of them. And by then we didn't know, by the way, other people too. So they can go, so wherever you stay, you camp there, these guys go off, find food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we shot animals.
Right.
Great animals, in the jungle.
Right, so if you see an animal, you guys kill an animal.
Oh, big time. People eat snakes, man. People eat monkeys. People eat stuff, man.
It's hard to imagine how to adapt to such a situation.
Yeah.
When people talk about trauma, childhood trauma, especially in America, we talk about these same stuff about growing up in Chicago, growing up in Detroit, growing up in St. Louis, growing up in all these ghettos and things like that. Man, when I say your experience and those people's experiences in the bush and living like that, it trumps anything that somebody can go through in America. And that's not to take away or to minimize or marginalize someone else's trauma.
No. Yeah.
Because me, like I said, I can tell stories about when I was a child and I seen things. I remember in 1995 when I was about 8 years old, and this city had the highest murder rate in the country at that time. And at this time, my mom, she only had 3 of us. So it's me, my brother, and the other brother up under us.
Yeah.
And one day we were sitting in an apartment building, and we lived on a lower level.
Yeah. And
shots rang out. So it wasn't the first time I've heard shots. We knew the protocol, jump on the ground. So when we get on the ground, my mom, she runs out the bathroom, even when the shots were going off, because I think her motherly instincts was to she's yelling, screaming, telling us to get down.
Yeah.
So we're already down. And she gets down. She's pregnant out here with my younger brother. She's pregnant at the time. So we wait until the shots go off, so they stop shooting. And then, so when we get up, we're all like, I'm a little shook up. My brother's a little shook up. I can see the look on my mom's face. She was really shook up. She's making sure we're all right. She's feeling us, like touching us. Okay. I'm like, yeah, making sure we're okay, making sure we didn't get hit or anything like that. She comes. We look out the window because we can hear people outside screaming. So next door, there was a church next door. They were having a funeral. There was a funeral taking place. So the reason why they were shooting is because they were shooting up a funeral. The guy was coming out. They were coming out, I guess, holding the casket, and it was some gang stuff. And they shot the funeral up. When we went to the bathroom, somebody went to the bathroom. I can't remember, but it had to have been my mom. She came out and she said she was so shook up because in the bathroom, in the mirror, like right at the height of where any adult would be standing in front of the mirror washing their hands, was a bullet straight through the mirror. And she was just in the bathroom. She was using the bathroom when the shots went off. And it even though I was young, I understood that just a split second time she could have been standing there in the mirror, looking in the mirror, and she wouldn't be here, and then my brother, who she was pregnant with, wouldn't be here today. And that kind of messed me up. Like I didn't get any counseling or anything like that, but in the back of my mind, I used to think like, okay, should I sleep in the bathtub and put the mattress over it? Should I do this? Like I used to come up with these contingency plans. They were foolish because they were the mind of a child trying to survive a traumatizing situation or environment like that. That's one of the things that made me so interested in how you survived this. So how long did this ordeal last?
So this let's say almost 2 years, like a year and 7 months, almost.
So about 2 years.
Yeah, but like the first year, catch a gun and everybody shooting nobody, you know what I'm saying, by doing the
eventually they gave you a gun.
Yeah, but they didn't give me a gun. So what happened? So I did a lot of everything you have to do, the chores, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The chores.
And they never left us when we go by before something happened. When it happened, like we just ambushed and stuff like that.
So that's why it makes sense now. Cause I was wondering, like, why would you, if you're in a bush fighting, why would you even take people? But they use you guys for chores, for labor.
Oh, bro, chores and stuff like that. Because in army or on the battlefield, even you don't have a gun, like you're fighting back, there's something you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody have like a duty they can do on the battlefield. So, us, that's our duty, bro. And me, within that year, I never got shot, bro. Never had a bullet on me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I was God, bro. But this man was like, he was a captain, but was very feared, bro. In that group. So they respected him. And when we go anywhere, we camp somewhere, some of the escorts needed to put up a tent for him really quick. Everything for him, everything has to be done on
revolved around the captain.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was feared, so he liked me a lot. This guy had like maybe 4 girls, 4 wives. He had like maybe 9 kids. You know what I'm saying?
That he kidnapped his wives.
Oh, like they kidnap kids, they sleep with this. I'm telling you, man. So women, they use them more of their wives.
Right.
Homestead,
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like
trafficking girls, basically.
Yeah, I feel like stood on battlefield, like soldiers, but he liked me a lot. So he kind of brought me kind of in and he talked with his kids, kind of like,
Right.
So he liked me, man. So that saved me from a lot of these other men.
Oh,
that
right.
Abused me.
So basically the general, he took a liking to you.
Yeah.
And that sheltered you.
Big time.
From a lot of the abuse that was taking place.
God.
Because they knew that the captain, he
he liked me a lot, man. I did a lot of shit.
Right.
He's the one that taught me a lot of things. He protected me. God. And everything is godly. It's a lot.
Exactly. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, and me, one of my best friends who were going to kind of get food to the straight person guys.
Right.
So we go back with some guy, Afghan, I mean.
So you had so did you make the friend in this process, or was he a friend prior?
No, friend in there.
So you made a friend throughout this situation.
Best friend. Now I know.
So you guys kind of got close.
I know he can protect my.
Exactly. So you guys have each other back now, and that's what I was interested in. I'm always interested in like the human interactions in these trauma situations. Because you hear about people like going to jail, and then they develop a friendship with like a cellmate or somebody, and they protect each other in there, and then they're like friends forever.
Yeah.
That's what I was interested in. So you found, still within this traumatizing situation, you made a friend.
I made a friend.
And you guys had each other's back.
And this guy is me. So this day, me they gave me a platoon. Me I commanded the 30 people, all the young.
And I read that. So he put you the head of the 30 people under arms.
But this is what happened. So went to fetch food. Went to fetch food, but we go to people's like plantations, man. You know what I'm saying? We get what we can get, cassava, sweet potatoes, or plantain. You know what I'm saying?
So they would take you to people's farms and tell you go raid their farms, take everything you can, and come back to the bush.
We come back. So and we walk miles and miles, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that day, man, we were ambushed.
Wow.
Yeah, that was.
While you guys were walking
to go get the food, you
guys were ambushed by
some, so
another militia group.
Military group of the government.
So a militia group that was aligned with the government.
Yeah, but this wasn't a lot of people. If it was a lot of soldiers, nobody would have survived.
It was a smaller detachment.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They probably were just out on whatever type of mission they were on, ran into y'all.
Yeah.
And then you guys came under attack.
Yeah, but it was my best friend. You know what I'm saying? So so I was close to him, man. I was close to him. We're closer, right? And we are trying to. There's a guy who was shot, so we're trying to help him. So, for some reason there was this big old kind of plantain plant, right? So he got shot and he couldn't move.
Your best friend?
Yeah, no, other person.
Oh, another person got shot.
But me and my friend trying to help him, help him, right?
So when he got shot, you and your best friend tried to
help him. So
get him out.
Yeah. So this guy had a gun. So he had a gun, and he had a propel grenade on it. You know what I'm saying? So before he blew it, before he shot it, he blew this thing. He got shot. So boom. So we're trying to go help this guy. Help this guy.
Yeah.
My friend is getting up for some reason. I don't know. He got up. He got up. So he was cut off. Like that, he was cut off. His arm was cut off by
the guy who got hit.
RPG.
Got hit with an RPG and his arm was off.
His arm flew. And I saw the arm. I'm looking at the arm going down, bro. You know what I'm saying? But here, bro, I was close to him. When he slaughtered like a cow.
Yeah.
Like this blood came on me.
So you were so close that the blood splashed on you.
Yeah, man. I jumped back, bro. I fell down. This is the south part. So these guys, they're charging forward, bro. So this guy, I rode that. So I saw this guy has a propel grenade on it. So I grabbed the propel grenade. That's my first time.
So somebody had dropped their rocket propelled grenade.
The one guy who got killed.
The one guy who got killed. He lost his weapon.
Yeah.
You decided
that he had it.
At that time, you knew it was time to take action.
Oh yeah, I know.
You grabbed the rocket propelled grenade.
Yeah, but these guys are charging forward.
And they're charging forward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I grabbed it, bro. And when I shoot the guy who had a RPG. Who shoot RPG back to us, bro.
Yeah.
That's when I shoot it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I shoot. So this guy had a gun, right?
Yeah.
Was I don't know. It was this gun was the G3. The G3 is our guns from I don't know. German made it G3.
Okay.
But it had like 6 mags.
Okay.
So this guy they tied them together like that. You know what I'm saying? So if the mega goes out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just pull and the other one goes in. You know what I'm saying? So I shoot in one place all 6 mags, bro. And I wasn't giving a fuck. I didn't know. I was, you know, I didn't know what I turned into, bro. Like,
yeah.
By the gun, like, your place, the gun is like, the fire is going on the gun. You know what I'm saying? And my boy, so my boy, bro, he's on the floor.
Yeah.
So there was a guys, I don't know where they came from. They grabbed him. So they grabbed him, man. We running, so we ran, and that guy died, bro. Yeah, because of the treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy, the first guy who got hit with the RPG, you said?
Oh, him he died.
Yeah.
The guy that couldn't carry him.
Yeah.
He was a big guy.
Yeah, he couldn't carry him.
My friend, his arm
Yeah.
cut off by RPG.
And your friend's arm
got
cut off by RPG.
Yeah, bro.
And he didn't have treatment, so he died.
Yeah, but he survived for like a month, bro.
With no arm?
Yeah, with the no arm. So we had nurses. So when we checked, so we used to go places and attack like small group of army.
Yeah.
So take arms, take whatever they had, medication, food, stuff like that. So the medication couldn't really treat him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Right.
Yeah, this kid he died, bro.
So basically, this is how you became somewhat of a general over 30.
So from that, you know, and if it wasn't me, maybe war wouldn't come. You know what I'm saying? Because in that moment,
if you didn't take action right then and there,
because if you just
you guys could have just died. They would have just killed you off.
I'm telling you.
Right.
Yeah.
So because of your quick, decisive action, grabbing that German-made rifle and shooting them 6 mags, you were able to basically save the majority of.
So the guy who were with, you know, the senior soldiers were with, who, you know, came with us, stuff like that. So we told the story to the captain.
When you guys got back, he told the story.
Yeah, this guy
came under attack.
Yeah, and they never gave me a gun. Never catch a gun, and
they're like, this guns. One here.
Yeah, wash guns.
He saved us.
Clean them for the army, for the generals. We clean guns. We whoop. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's when I had my first AK. So he gave me a K. Was had this the start, you know, cut it off.
Right.
You know, became kind of shorter and lighter.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how. So the guy planted trust in me.
So you gained their trust because the guys that took you guys out to go to go raid the farm.
Yeah.
When that crew came under attack, and then you were able to jump in and show how capable you were as a soldier. They're like, okay, this one here we trust. And they came back and told the captain what happened, and now they gave you your first AK. How did that feel?
Oh, like for me already, I mean, it felt really good to see that, you know. So this guy that really treated like, you know, us really bad. If you're not like, I mean, you know, you gotta be with them for a long time to really trust you, to give you a gun, you know, now you eat with them. You know, you eat good food.
So now you get to eat with them.
You know, it's so stupid, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
but you have no choice.
No choice.
Because what are you supposed to do? You in the situation, the only objective is to survive.
That's it.
Now you're in a position to where they trust you, and now you have respect, obviously, because now you got the gun. And that's how it is in the bush. It's like he who has the gun rules.
Rules, bro. And there it is. It's like that.
Okay? Yeah.
But
he who doesn't can become a victim at any moment.
Any moment.
Exactly.
You know, but it gave me to see like it's given me to see like what I'm made of too.
Yeah,
I'm
for
saying
sure.
as far as giving me that kind of power over some guys.
Yeah.
And how I took care of them. You know what I'm saying? I took care of them. I store food for them, food they couldn't eat. So I gave them some kind of freedom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And me, I knew once they gave me that it was a matter of time. I was gonna run away because now they trust me now. You know what I mean? And,
so now you're thinking, okay, now this is my next step. I'm gonna get away.
Like I knew that was a matter of time.
Yeah. It's a matter of time, and that's a life or death situation. Because when I was reading one of the articles about you, it had mentioned that you had said one time that if you had get caught fleeing, that's it.
Because
that's a death sentence.
Whenever everybody they caught running, right? They brought him. They tied them on the tree. Everybody, they brought everybody to watch.
Yeah.
All right. So, if punishment was to fine squad you, they do that. If it was just to cut every part of your body, all right, every piece, bro, like everybody's watching.
So they just butcher the people that try to run. And so basically these people ruled by murder and intimidation and terror.
Big time.
They terrorized you guys to get you to listen to them and do what they tell you to do.
Big time. Now then you have to choose to live or to become that.
What you want to do.
Yeah, those two choices.
You have no choice.
Those are two choices. And, you know, I mean, some people turn to that, they never turn back.
And the interesting part about all of this is, and to this very day, with all the conflict in that region, you know, with all of that taking place, your plan now was, I'm gonna escape. Did you ever try escaping?
Never. Because from what I saw, what was being done to the people, other people, me, when I did it, was gonna be. I didn't want to be caught. I was gonna be like a fucking bro, like a fine straw. Yeah. So like when I did it, I had to, you know, I mean, escape. Oh, they wouldn't bring me back because I had a gun. Bro, that being kill me or kill them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because man, know that they would have done to me if they brought back.
So, and you were so young at this time.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. You were 11, 12, 13. Yeah. These are very, like, imagine a 12, 13-year-old nowadays, they can't even go to the grocery store with a grocery list and come back. So, did you miss your parents, your siblings? Did you, what was your emotional state on this? Like, I know you had to survive, but was there times where you just was like, man, I miss my mom, I miss my dad? Did you wonder about them? Did you wonder, did they miss you? Did they wonder if you, did they know they didn't know if you were dead or alive? And how did that feel?
I didn't miss him.
You did?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
Nah. Guys, you know, people got flaws. And when I came back, I told them they have flaws. I mean, they can do so much. You know what I mean? Guys, at that moment, how much I missed them. So I missed them, but I didn't. I missed to be home. I missed to be home. I missed to be my family.
Exactly.
I missed that. I missed big time, right? But at the same time, my parents, you know, they became the weakest to me. But at the same time, you know, they're the highest of pinnacle of, you know, respect, you know, love,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, there's so many emotions going, man, in my head, and I knew I'm the only land me can save myself.
Right.
And me, I have to do what I gotta do with Allah's grace to overcome this. You know
and
if
you didn't have control of your emotional state, you wouldn't have survived.
Oh no, bro, guys, even these guys, Well, me, I got sick. I didn't show sickness. Because I know what I could do.
Exactly. To even just getting sick could
You know
be
what
a
I'm
death
saying?
sentence.
Yeah. So I had so many things from them to see, to kind of, which would have been a bad move for me.
Because with so many things out of your control, you can't control the elements. You can't control when it rains.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't control when you eat. You can't control the actions and behaviors of your captors.
Yeah.
But what you could control is your emotions.
Well, and that's one of like my, you know, really like made me survive with my strength. And them too, they thought like because of all the kids, they thought I'm the strongest kid. The strongest kid mentally, you know. Like whatever, like everything they gave us, I overcame. So the training they gave us strength because we didn't know I come from military background.
Yeah.
I was home, I was playing guns, you know me.
From home from your father.
Yeah, from my dad, you know. So I was more everything like.
So you were more prepared
Yep.
to survive in that type of
That's why I
situation.
think I survived, man.
Right.
You know, and Allah, bro, and Allah.
Exactly.
You know, and
Without a doubt.
but this time I didn't miss my parents. This time I didn't miss, and when I was rescued,
Yeah.
I had the time to come back home because my mom, she wasn't there. My mom, she left my dad. She went someplace. But when I came home, so my dad, he retired. Like from active, you know, and so my dad became a policeman. So he retired from that. Then he did his own like clinic, you know, like mobile clinic. So he traveled to help people because some people, like healthcare back home is not good.
Yeah.
Some people can't even afford buying high profit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So my dad, he helped out people, and some people he healed them for free. So my dad had a motorcycle, bro. So he, you know,
And a traveling clinic.
Traveling that, you know, to different people, you know what I'm saying, reach out people in a village, deep in the village, can have transportation, you know. So he did that, man. So he died. You know what I mean?
Your transition into actual professional boxing. Let's start there. How did that transition go?
I made transition to professional boxing. I did all the amateur. So I was the captain of Uganda team for 5 years, and you know I did well. I had like 200, like 50 some fights. Then you know, me, I was waiting for two major tournaments in the world. That's what I was fighting for. And once I knew that boxing can give you another life.
Yeah.
And that was the life I was looking for, the freedom. You know what I mean? So me boxing, it came to freedom.
Yeah.
It wasn't money, it wasn't.
Right.
And that's why
you were fighting for your freedom, literally.
Freedom. Me, that's why I retired quick. So once so they made me the national the overall captain of the Commonwealth. So I was waiting for Olympics, which I did. I went to the trials, but I lost to this kid from Morocco. No, Morocco, Egypt. I lost that kid in quarterfinals. So I lost the Olympics of 2000, which were in Australia. And then I waited for the Commonwealth. And that's the second major tournament in the world. Amateur boxing and the world game and world championships. Those are the three. And once you win a medal from those three, you're ready to turn pro. That's pro. You're number one in the world.
Yeah.
So I became number 2 in the world, amateur boxing. So I won a silver medal. I was number 4. I won a silver medal in the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
And once I won that, I was like, there's nothing I have to do in amateur now. So, but then I had this guy was was a friend, was guiding me, my mentor. And he wanted to bring me here in 2000 in America because he went a bunch of pros. They had a promotion here at Team Freedom. That was the promotion. And they had Joel Casamayo, was a badass from Cuba. They had Ricardo. there's an Liz, they had that bunch of guys. So once I won that, if I do it, did some paperwork, got to come here, and in 2002, 2003 March, I had my first fight pros in America. And once I came and started my pro career, man, was on, boom, boom, boom. I had 5 fights, 10 fights, 10-0 in like couple years. Then once this guy died, Tommy, his name was Tommy Burnett, peace. My contract then his brothers took it on, but he wasn't doing stuff like as a manager, promotion, what he said to do, like taking care of me, like pay for my training camps, pay my living stuff. So they weren't doing that, man. And we had problems with them. I sat them down and told them, man, this is what it's supposed to be, but we're not doing this. And now I want to get out of this. When I get out of it, I go my way, boom, But then, we separated. They let me go. But then I kept fighting. I looked for myself fights.
Yeah.
Guys, people I know who may call, I just train myself. I didn't have a trainer then. I gave my boys, we trained together. They gave me ready, guys. I know what to do. I know what it takes to be to that kind of level.
Yeah, exactly.
To fight, to win,
Because you've been fighting the best across the world anyways.
Then
trials, Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then all the fighting from back in Uganda, back home, all of that counts.
Yeah, all counts, man. So I learned the business part of the boxing. I learned the business part. So I managed myself, man. I promoted, I put out fights. Then I had a problem with another guy. He promoted me. Then we ended up in court, He paid some money and stuff like that. But then, so I grew a lot of experience in that. But then once I won the WBF, and I see a lot of these struggles, man. I just submit Ryan Burnett. We were training at Tapakat at the gym together, stuff like that. I was doing security. I was going to school. I'm feeling like really the freedom I had, I got it. So, I became a US citizen and stuff like that. And I can, I can help other people, along the way, what I mean? Then I started the Godfather
Boxing Academy back in Uganda.
But before, when I met Ryan, I was saying, Ryan brought the idea of no-set boxing to me. Why not create that? And we were trained together, me and Phil the Drill Williams.
Yeah, Phil the Drill.
So, just meant to be. Yeah, then it's like, you guys, man, I want you to run the gym, stuff like that, you're the right guys. And gave us the gym. So whatever I went to school for, I didn't go to school for it. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Even I might have the opportunity. But then this suited well with the boxing, like I deal with the community, especially the young ones.
Yeah.
Always was my kind of, my thing even before I came to Uganda. From Uganda. The gym I created was towards the young people.
Yeah, exactly.
You
had a passion for helping young people.
Yeah,
from the beginning.
Yeah,
that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And boxing, it wasn't even about the money. It was a means for you to obtain your freedom.
Yeah,
you had gone through so much in your young life that you seen boxing as a way out. You said, with these hands, I'm gonna fight my way to my freedom. And that's what you did.
Yeah,
and you were able to make it to America, gain citizenship.
Yeah.
You won the WBF.
Yeah.
And now you've pretty much accomplished that goal.
Yeah.
What you were looking for. And now the next phase was let me give back.
Yeah.
And let me help other people, other youth, other young people people coming from whatever background
Mm-hmm.
to help them achieve their goals.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Ryan Burnett came to you with the idea of Northside Boxing.
Northside Boxing, man.
And you
Right time.
and Phil the Drill Williams,
Yeah.
who was also a professional fighter,
Yep.
professional boxer. He actually scored the fastest
knockout
in
in
boxing
boxing
history.
history, big time.
Exactly.
Big time.
Yes.
So it can't you know, it can't get better than that.
Can't get better.
No. It can't get better than that. Like when he bought the idea, you know, we started Northside Boxing in 2016. You know, I mean everything, you know, they're put in place. Up to now, as far as you know, me and Bray running the Northside Boxing. The kids we create, the time, the experience, the knowledge we give to the community, to the kids, you know what I mean? And everything for me, aligned it, man. I aligned it. Like I said, boxing for me was, to create freedom for myself and, create freedom for other people as well, who can follow in the same kind of, path.
Yeah.
Connected me to other things, created build family, friends. These are the greatest things in the world.
Absolutely. Getting back.
So me, I haven't been around my family. I didn't grow up around my family. I had a lot of hard time as me growing up, and all my life people have been around my friends. So there's the people like two corners of my family, man. So I've been 2 times in Uganda since I came here. First time I was there in 2018. Then I went back before the COVID hit in 2000. Yeah, but now I haven't been back. But I communicate with these guys every day. We have like 60 kids. We have 85 kids signed up
at the Godfather Boxing Academy.
Yeah.
And I read it also serves as an orphanage as well.
Yeah, orphanage as well.
So the kids, they can live there if they need be.
Yeah, kids
That's
don't
beautiful.
have home, you know what I'm saying? Because you have kids, I lost their parents through HIV virus, they don't have home. Like we have counties over there, so they call them districts, but we have certain districts there. A lot of people like grown ups, bro, they died out, bro. You know what I'm saying? And some of the homes, the put there. There's writing like people here they died all, died more. You know what I mean? Nobody here, So some of the kids ended up in cities and stuff like that. Some of the really don't have a place to go back home. We don't have like places like here, like shelters and stuff.
So if you end up poor or an orphanage, you end up on the streets.
Big time. So if you don't have there, you don't have. Like if you don't have, you don't have. But here.
Yeah, if you don't have it, you just don't have it. There's no options.
Yeah, here there's options.
Even if you're poor, they got a homeless shelter for you. They got food shelves. They got organizations that will help you. Things like that. So back home in Uganda, they don't have any of those resources.
None of that, bro. And that's why like people there they suffer a lot. They can suffer a lot because of one connection or service in raw resource can save your life. You know what I'm saying? So I tell these kids, train stuff like that, and like you can't take another man's pains less than. You can't take your pain higher than another man's, you know what I mean? Because pain is pain. Pain is pain.
Exactly.
Pain is not blue or black. Pain is pain. So tears is not red, black. Tears are tears. So if a person tear up or from pain, doesn't matter what pain like you have, man. You know what I'm saying? Pain is pain. Pain is universal. So tears, So I tell them, man, like as much as struggles you're going through here, you have options.
You got options.
You know what I'm saying? Your flow of will, gonna choose like go this path or this path. There's
Exactly.
options. There's
Not
places people don't have options.
There's places where people don't even have options.
Big time. You know, option is none. You have to go. The only way to live, you gotta go through that, and it's a painful way, and there's no other way.
Right. So
You know,
just because you've been through all these things, so what would you say is the biggest takeaway or lesson that you learned from all your experiences?
so like my takeaway is not to take life seriously, to be compassionate, to be respectful, to love. Love is the most trend of all humankind, human trends. Love rates hate. You know what I mean? Me, I come from a hateful environment, very damaging, very kind of disturbing, man. You know what I mean? But even me, I went through a lot of therapists, therapeutic kind of, one-on-one stuff like that. So I've learned a lot. That as far as the human mind, human body, to reconnect my emotions to not my emotion rate, my intelligence, my kindness, my love to other people, and what humbles me is death. That's what humbles me. But I think about it, that's like every hour.
Death.
Yeah, death. Yeah. You know what I mean? And in a crime, that's one a lot of time told us, the only thing can keep us alive and to mind of him is death. You know what I'm saying? That's no man is gonna hide, no man is gonna not taste that.
Exactly. Every soul takes
Every
death.
soul.
You know
You know what I mean? So that's what really humbles me, grounds me, man. You know what I'm saying? Even like, in the bubble of like, you know what I'm saying? So, and when we leave this world, man, I want to leave this world clean, and I want to leave this world, I want to pray to the closest man ever lived in this world. I want to see him, Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to be, bro, to the promised garden, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I believe, me, people, they don't know that these things are like death is reality, Allah is reality. Until a person, your parent die, your child die, or like a big old thing happened to you, then like you see the reality of it, you know what I mean? But everything people think is a dream.
Exactly.
Until it happens, the reality
Until it
of
happens.
them. So death, you know what I mean? Death is real, So everything happened, and whatever we promised, the crime is gonna happen. You see,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So a lot of young people out there that are going through, trauma, going through, struggles at home. It's a lot of like suffering, even here in America,
Yeah.
with young people. What would be your advice to a young person that's going through something, considering that you went through something very traumatizing as a young person?
First thing, man, is love. So you can think about a lot of emotions. I mean, like, but love is the utmost, man. Love is love. Once you love yourself, love your family, love people, love you back, because those are people gonna uplift you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And every man, everybody, they need somebody they can lean on, maybe your wife, your girl, your best friend, your parent, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of youngins right now, they don't have like mentors. They don't have mentors. They don't have nobody they can listen to. They don't listen to all their parents, stuff like that, which it becomes damaging long life. You know what I'm saying? But once you have those things, I think that other things can build on. Even like you find like the baddest guy, the baddest kid, you know what I'm saying, and you love them the right way, you can change their mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Guys, think about, we all have flaws, stuff like that. But for me, love it's kind of like what can change a person. Somebody can be a bad person. You can change for the good of that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we don't have a lot of love in the community, in the world. There's so much tearing, crying, agonies, and and push people on the edge too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But where there's love, you're gonna find like a calming environment,
Exactly.
So, and every good thing starts with love, bro. Every good thing starts with love.
That's what we need to do is plant the seeds of love and not hatred.
Now, because hatred breeds hatred.
Because hatred breeds hatred.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Love breeds love. So
Absolutely.
now work with even the kids.
Yeah.
The schools, right? But if you look at these kids, some of the kids they have but it's not because they are bad kids. Because they're hyper. These kids are kids. The energy is different.
It's got a lot of energy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
To kind of level up. But I find the school system sometimes label these kids, which like these kids they just need to be looked a different way. Like how they can learn. You know what I mean? How they can be loved. How can they take care of and. All these kids things like put them in school stuff like that is kind of to guide them to the right path, build like good things in them, but it's not certain age is not necessary. Certain things are necessary to build in kids than like giving them ST tests and stuff like that than being a human being.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To be a human being, be kind, be loving, be, all these things.
Everyone they teach those things at school.
Right.
You
know what I mean? And
that's what a lot of these youngsters are lacking.
Big time. You know what I'm saying? I look at Western, European kind of education.
Yeah.
European education, like the first years of these kids, kindergartens, they don't teach them these subjects. They teach them like to be a human being, to be a good person. They teach them culture. Teach them these things gonna be beneficial, long life.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's just a matter of time. We have to be involved towards like the parents. I feel like the grown-ups negating our roles, our duties.
Exactly.
And as long as the adults are grown-ups, they don't step up. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna constantly breed a generation of young people who are lost.
We have responsibility, and as young men, as a black man, is have a responsibility to add on, to give back, to my community.
Absolutely.
Big time.
Big time. So if people wanted to like help your cause, like Godfather Boxing Academy, how could they reach out to you, get in touch with you to help in that regard? I'm sure it's a lot of people that we hear this and be like, man, that's a good mission. I'd like to help.
Yeah. So people who wants to help, they can help through our donation. They can go to the Godfather website, www.godfatherda.com, or they can go to northsideboxing.org.
Okay. So northsideboxing.org.
Yeah.
And then godfatherba.com.
So that way there's links they can follow.
And they can just donate through the website.
And they can donate through the website, or they can call, our numbers directly and be connected to the right, resource department, which take care of that.
And at Northside Boxing, you guys do have like a You guys have like an after school program, correct?
Yes. So
And a food program.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we have open outside boxing 6 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Monday through Friday, open from 3:30 to 6:30. We have dinners after after the classes. We school year we have a program. I help out these kids with homework. We have a media center. These guys they can come research, use the computers there. On Saturday we teach Black history every Wednesday. This is throughout the year. And on Saturday we're open from 11 to 2:30. The open gym, Sunday we close. And every day when the gym opens, these guys they feed fruits, delicious food, vegetables and stuff like that.
Nice.
These guys they, we get to fight in tournaments. We get to fight like in local tournaments, national tournaments, stuff like that. This is like straight boxing gym, but connects these guys to different things, teach them different kind of skills.
Yeah, we got after school program to help them with homework. You feed the kids every Wednesday. You teach them Black history.
Yeah,
and then it gives them an opportunity to go to local and national tournaments and fight. Can help them on their career path if they're not at the boxing or whatever other path that they want to take. I think what you're doing is huge. These grassroots leaders like yourself who may not be known to the world, I want to put a spotlight on, and that's why I wanted you to tell the people where they can reach out to you and where they can help, where they can donate, because this is really how when we see people that effectuate change on the ground level, this is something I witnessed with my own eyes at Northside Boxing and stuff like that. So it was really great having this conversation with you. I appreciate you sharing your story with us and coming on. I appreciate. I learned a lot after reading about your story. I had so many questions, so I was able to get those answered. And it just makes sense as far as like the man you are, what you went through, and how that helped make you. So I appreciate you, brother, for coming out.
Pleasure, great pleasure.
Please like and subscribe, support, and reach out. And if you want to support this cause that this brother is putting forth, it's godfatherba.com, northsideboxing.org.
And people can reach out on numbers too.
You can call the number on the website.
Call the number on the website. Right now we're in the middle of building Godfather Gym. It's gonna have like a media center, boxing gym where this kid can go study too as well.
Nice.
In the middle of it. So we have can reach out with any kind of help. Help us, help us, man.
Definitely.
Keep the movement going.
Absolutely. Absolutely.